welcome back to another episode of my new comic books review. And today will be an X-Men special. Are you excited, Colossus? Colossus? Hello? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Alright, so today's going to be an X-Men only edition of my new comic books review. I hope you guys like X-Men. If you don't, sorry, but I love X-Men and I love talking about them. So, we have Uncanny, 521, Nation X, 3 out of 4, X-Men Legacy, 233, X-Men Forever, 17, X-Factor, 202, and X-Force, 24.
Welcome to Die!
Alright, so first up is Nation X, 3 out of 4. Again, it's 4 stories, like before. I'm loving how they, each little short story is different artwork, I think different writers, but they've been great. Like, you get some funny stories, you get some sad stories, and then you just get to the last page. I mean, it's the last story, and when I was reading it, I'm just like, is this like an ad? Well, this is an ad, but you get to here, and you get this crazy, like, little short story. Like, it looks like a cartoon. I really, like, enjoyed this one. You got Cannonball, and, like, it's done in really, like, cartoony style art, and, like, the Nation X have been not really been necessary, but like they've been like really good. For the most part, like if you're not like huge into X-Men, I wouldn't say pick it up, but I'm loving these Nation X things. I wish they would like, I don't know. It's only a limited series, but I really like them a lot. I wish they would just occasionally have one-shots like this with just this style, like 4 stories. Just, seeing more of more like what's on the characters' minds more than like, just the main storyline. Definitely recommend picking it up. What kind of name is Strong Guy? What kind of name is Thing? It's clobbering time. Alright. It's like that, is it? Bam! Alright, so X-Factor 202. I heard so many good things about the new X-Factor. They started with new numbering at 200, and this is issue 202. I haven't read it in years, but it's been really good so far. The art's been amazing. The stories have been great. There's a lot of twists and turns. You have no idea, like, what's going on. You're just like, what? And the writing's great. Like, it's set up very well. There's a great Pokemon joke in it. If you're into detective comics, like, even if you've never read like any X books at all, this one's definitely worth checking out. I definitely start at 200. But this is the what seems to be the last part of this story. But definitely a great one, and I'm glad I heard good things about it, because I'm glad I picked it up, and I think you should too.
White Queen welcomes you to Die!
Alright, so X-Men Legacy, issue 233. This finally concludes the Crochet X part of the story that's going down. Definitely recommend picking it up if you've been reading that. But if you haven't been, basically Selene has raised her army of dead mutants, and Proteus became like self-aware or whatever, and he's been possessing people and just screwing everything up and going insane basically. And it's definitely been good. It's just action-packed. Definitely don't pick it up if you haven't been reading X-Men Legacy. But overall, more awesome Magneto-ness, just being a badass as usual, and it has a great ending, so pick it up if you've been reading.
I am Magneto, master of magnet!
Alright, so next up is Uncanny 521. They ran out last week. I'm excited because I finally got it this week. I love the cover. You get some more Phantom X. You get some insight to what he's been doing. You know, he's been just in here. I hope I'm saying his name right. Messing around with the X-Men a lot, and you get some insight as to, you know, what these little nanobots or nano whatever thingies are doing on Utopia. Finally, you're like, it's wrapping up some stuff. Great action, great art as usual. Uncanny's definitely one of my favorite books right now of X-Men. Maybe just overall. You finally get some insight as to what the hell Magneto's doing, because he's just been, you know, chilling and meditating, wink wink. I don't want to give too much away, but definitely recommend this one.
You are dead!
Alright, so X-Force Necrosha X issue 24. If you haven't been reading the Necrosha X thing, it'd be really hard to jump in at this point because there's only one issue left that ties into the story, which is X-Force 25, I believe. And the art is amazing. I cannot say enough about the art. Like, look at this Archangel. He looks so sick. But basically, Selene, I'm probably repeating myself, raised the army of dead mutants. There's a lot more to it, but she's trying to become a goddess, so she's trying to reap all their souls, and obviously they're trying to stop her, and these dead zombie mutants run around all over the place. It's a great issue. Definitely recommend it if you've been reading Necrosha X. A lot of crazy stuff goes down. Overall, great issue, great read. Definitely recommend it for if you've been reading this, but if not, you'll, like I said, probably be lost. Alright, last but certainly not least, X-Men Forever, issue number 17. I always talk about this one. Love this series. If you haven't read any of it, I'd highly recommend getting trade paperbacks. I believe they're out now. It's a standalone comic, so if you just want to read one comic, this is great. It doesn't tie into anything. It's a great X-Men book. It's by Chris Claremont. It's definitely awesome. It has that old school like X-Men feel. Like like it doesn't. You don't have to worry about like what's going on right now with like Nation X and all this other stuff. So it's definitely a great fun read for new readers. I definitely recommend. It's very different from like the X books that are out for the most part now, and it's kind of just got a nice style to it. And this issue would probably be a bad jump on point if you were looking for it, because it ties directly into the last issue. And like literally the first page is where the last one left off. But it's bi-monthly, $4 an issue, kind of pricey, but I'd say if you're looking for one X-Men book, this is a great one. If you don't have to deal with tie-ins and anything like that, definitely pick this up.
Nothing moves the blob!